first week I was just deployed, so I didn't do anything that week. And then the last 2 weeks, which I've actually been at a centre for, I've been doing about, in 2 weeks, I've done about 600 people.
Woo! That is a lot.
So yeah, slowly getting there.
Yeah, I still gotta get mine. I just been muddling around with it.
Yeah, definitely. Try and get yourself booked in wherever you can. Right.
Did they take care of you guys in the service? Did they make sure y'all had yours?
Yeah, so if you're at the
'Cause I
centre,
know.
if you're at the centres, you can get them, but if you're not at the centres, unfortunately, you still have to wait like everyone else.
Yeah, that's true with American servicemen because my nephew's in there right now. He said the same thing. They ain't gave them their shots yet.
Yeah, so the way... Oh, what is going on? Am I live?
And I consider you guys essential personnel. If something kicks off, I
Well,
mean, hello.
yeah, I agree, but they have their own plans, don't they? So I just let them get on with it and just crack on. Just see what happens.
Right.
I agree, but we'll just see what happens. Oh, God.
I look at it like you do. If it's out of my hands, I don't stress it.
Yeah,
I
so
don't try to stress people.
someone's getting paid a lot more than me to figure this stuff out, so I just let them just run it.
Right.
Hopefully, I think we are live now, I hope. Jesus Christ. Right, I might need to add a new... If I do you, pause that, try and go back onto your... Send the right link this time, hopefully. Unless that's the same one. It looks the same. Yeah. Cool.
And I noticed the last time you was YouTubing, the conversations that went on, people could hear you, but not us guys. We was saying, yeah, yeah. If you check the video, the one I was in with you last time, me and the other guy, I can't remember his name. They couldn't hear us, so they could only hear you.
All right.
Because I went back, yeah, I went back to it to listen to it. Uh,
So if you... Well, I've got you set up to my headphones, which is on the desktop audio. And according to Streamlabs, when you talk, it comes through on the desktop audio. So it, technically speaking, should work. I don't see... welcome to the stream, the
right.
Gondolin, by the way. I don't know. Well, the Gondolin, you're in the chat. Can you hear? Can you hear Borg talk by any chance to give us some sort of indication? Because that would be very
Yeah.
helpful. That would
Must
be helpful.
assimilate all. That's a test. That's a test. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, don't know. Hopefully it does. Like I say, yeah, I don't know why. Because like I say,
It is what it is.
it's set up to come through the headphone speakers, which,
Right.
according to Streamlabs, is getting picked up. So hopefully you are getting heard. Otherwise, yeah, it's a bit of a weird conversation if I'm replying to stuff and then they can't obviously hear the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gondolin says I can hear two people. So he must
Yeah.
be able to hear you talk. So yeah. Thank you, by the way, the Gondolin. Much appreciated. Right, let's see what we've got to do today. I don't think it's much, to be fair. We have got some events. So what did you make of the last arc? To be honest, I mean, I completed it all. I didn't do the extra bits because obviously I was quite busy with work and that, but I didn't manage to do the extra bits, but I did complete the arc in time. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty generic, I would say, compared to the other, the first TOS one. I didn't get the battle pass as well. Again, I didn't want to get that one again, so I might get that one in the future, though. I might get it in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. Because I'm not 100% sure as of yet whether I will be trying to just completely go free to play from now on, or whether to try and go sort of mix match it and just get like the battle passes every now and again when they come out. But yeah. Right, what have we got? We've got Tier, we've got Apex, we've got Armadas to do. I believe that's what this one is. Good luck, because I don't think I've got any Armada credits, and I think everyone's run theirs. So let's find out. I think the ticket events were awful, but great. I completely agree. The ticket events, they need a little bit of rework. However, I don't want to judge them too much, because the ticket events were a relatively new thing for the game. So I think they'll learn from what they've done over the last couple of arcs with the ticket events, and hopefully they'll implement changes in the future for the better, obviously. But overall, I think the ticket events are a good idea. I really do think they're a good idea. The question really is how to implement them in the future, which will be like, instead of making them separate, or making them like somewhat so much harder than others. Hopefully, they'll make them all on a sort of same level playing field. I'm sorry for bad English. I'm usually writing. No, don't worry, but I understand what you meant. Your English is actually pretty spot on there, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But yes, I'd like them to implement it in probably a little bit of a better way next time, but we'll see what happens. Like I say, I don't want to judge them too much, because I think the ticket events are relatively good overall. So we got that going. We need to get you sent down here, because I need to go mine some crystal, if possibly. And I think we can do.
You do them eclipse with other people. You ain't got to spend yours. I've done it with other people, and I think it just took me 3 or 4 armadas to complete it.
Yeah, I know. I
With
can.
other people.
Yeah, I'm just heading down there now, because I've got some Alliance members down there at the moment. So hopefully I can jump in one of theirs. As I'm pretty sure I don't have any, but if need be, oh, excuse me, if need be, we'll I'll message someone and see if they can run a couple for us. Credits left over. So we're not too far off getting another 5 for the Augur. And we've only got 25 to go from when I get the next 5, so hopefully we can get that soon. What is a ball?
The alliance you're
in? I think we're second on the server. Let me go to it.
Oh.
I think we are. Last time, wrong one. Go away. You. Last time I checked, I think we were second on the server. I think we might have gone down by now. Oh no, we're 4th now. God, the others have. Jesus. Last time I checked, we were second, so we've been pushed down to 4th. This is mental, because, well, apparently Dread have taken over, being the top alliance. Who's in there? Okay. So a lot of these players, they used to be in other servers, other alliances, so they've obviously just joined together. Which is quite interesting, to be fair. Because GAOV, German Vulcans, they used to be top, so they've come quite a long way. But yeah, we're 4th, which is, to be fair, is not horrendous, because we're not actually that far behind all of them. So it's actually not that much difference in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, we do win quite some events, though, to be fair. So it's not. I'd rather have some Arc independent credits, independent ticket events. Last Arc, they were awesome. Yeah, they were pretty good overall. I agree.
Just the rewards for them were weak.
Yeah.
I had an issue with.
Yeah, I agree.
Other.
Yeah, that's the thing with the ticket events, is I feel like there's too much effort for reward at the moment. With the current ticket events that they're running. it feels like you've put in a lot more effort than obviously a lot more effort in than you're actually getting back. I think that's currently how it's sort of being run, which I don't understand why. Obviously, it's just a tick. They could pretty much do whatever rewards they want.
It's to get us to spend more money. I mean, if it costs you more with your ship to run the event than the event gives you, then it's
Mm.
a dollar.
Yeah,
You know,
true enough, true enough. So let's do.
you're in it to make money, but still,
I agree. I know, yeah. I mean, I'm all down for the so-called business plan or business model that they run. However, at the same time, they sort of need to look after their, obviously fans and player base as well. So yeah, I feel like sometimes they don't do that, but sometimes they're okay, sometimes they don't. But so overall, I think
they're inconsistent.
yeah, it's that. I think that's what it is mainly. Is uh, they're up and down with regards to how they sort of operate. Sometimes, like I say, they're really good. Sometimes, other times, they're obviously not so much. And this guy's warped in. I guarantee he wants to attack me. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I was on my last Armada was about 10 minutes ago. We're at war with someone, and they came and tried to crush us and messed up the Armada. But hey, that's part of the game, and it gets me invigorated, wakes me up.
I know I didn't. I know I didn't have a shield on, but I mean, it was a bit of a pointless attack, wasn't it? You know what I mean? But whatever.
Oh, he attacked your base.
Yeah, bit of a pointless attack, but I've just messaged him saying I'm on, so there's no point. Yeah, it didn't really do much. Surprised he only attacked me with an intrepid. I agree.
Oh,
I
I
I
do
do
that. I
agree.
send a small ship.
I do agree, Patrick. Shield or share. I am a philosopher of that as well. I do completely agree with that statement. Um, so I will, for the time being, on whilst we're on this, I will shield up if I'm not looking at the base directly. Right, where can we go around here? I'm just going to try and jump into this system and see if I can get involved in any of these. But it seems pretty busy. Yeah, I completely agree. Shield or share, that's the way things go round here. Um, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing with when it comes to people that moan about the shield or share sort of motto. At the end of the day, in this day and age, you do get enough shield time during a day period to basically shield every single minute of every day. So there's no real excuse to not shield if you're away from the computer or your phone or whatever. So yeah, you don't really have an excuse anymore, unfortunately. You used to have an excuse when you didn't get that, but not anymore. Especially now they've upgraded the 8 hours from, well, obviously from 8 hours to 12-hour shields now. So just having that 12-hour shield is substantially obviously useful, especially of nighttime for obvious reasons. But yeah, just to let everyone know, if you do want to join the Discord live chat where me and Borg are talking, which is why you can hear him every now and again. If you do want to join that, then head over to Discord, join the Twitch chat room. I know we're not on Twitch, but join that chat room, and you can also talk live with us. There'll just be a little slight delay between what you're obviously visually seeing on the video due to the latency of the stream, obviously, and obviously the way we're talking, because obviously that's a live chat. But you can join that if you wish to do so. If not, then just chat away in the comments down below. Welcome to everyone that's just joined us as well. Um, It's been a very long time, so thank you very much for everyone sticking with me through this very sort of hit and miss time at the moment. And why can't I click you? For God's sakes, this game sometimes does my head in.
Hmm. Yeah.
Come on.
And it seems to do it. It's awful funny on my side. When I critically need it not to mess up, that's when they goof up.
Oh God. I just needed to click on this mine. What's going on? Right, I think we're gonna have to. Right, let's try and go for another ship for a second. Let's go out, do something else, move another ship, get it back, see if it goes back to it, see if it works. If not, I'll restart the bloody game, because why not? Oh, for God's sakes. I swear to God, this game absolutely paralyzes me sometimes. Right, let's try this again. Jesus Christ. Has anyone else came across that bug? Because that's hugely annoying.
Yeah, yeah. We play the game on it enough, you're gonna see all the glitches.
How the hell? Patrick, how do you even say that? Patricia. I am proper butchering your name. I do apologize. I'm just going to call you Pat. Um, and I'm on server 159, I believe. Last time I looked, I'm pretty sure it's 159. If it isn't, then I've been telling people the wrong server for about a year now. So, but I'm pretty sure it's 159. Right. Finally on it. See if we can get some more of these armadas in, which is going to be ideal. Right, where are they going? Go there next time. Good. I don't even know if I got in that last one. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I'm going to see if I can get in this one. The problem with I have with the Stella is mine's not very strong. So every time I go and do these like eclipses, I always get pushed out by obviously bigger. I just haven't put the time in. I'm in a voice too, but only for the better audio. Too shy to talk. No worries, the Gondolin. That's fine. You're on server 40, Pat. American server, I believe, server 40. What are they up to now? What are the new servers at the moment on server on the American side? Are they 60 high 60s, aren't they, or 70?
I forget. Rev brings it up once in a while,
Yeah,
but it's something.
yeah. I think we're up to about 67 or 68. I think it is 168. I think it is the new ones on the EU. Um, obviously we start at like 130 though, so or 140. So obviously it's the number sounds high, but it's not because there isn't actually that many servers. But I think we start at like 100. I think it's about 130, and then I think we're up to 168 now, I believe. So there's like 38 EU servers now, which is not too bad. It's pretty good. Hopefully I can get involved in this one. Has someone starred me, or is we gonna have to like fight for this? Probably gonna have to fight for this. Probably gonna have to fight for these armadas because everyone seems to have a bigger Stella than me. Literally everyone.
Well, the way we do it is when someone launches our Armada and we punch in N, usually the first 4 to 5 people to put N in, they get starred in. So that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
That makes it fair.
we normally we have a similar system. So normally we have to just put a plus sign. But obviously with Eclipse, people tend not to do it. With normal armadas, they do it, but when it comes to Eclipse and stuff, they tend not to do it for whatever reason. I really don't know why they don't do it for Eclipse. But they tend not to. But I'm going to try and get in this next one. I'll message whoever does the next one and just but the problem is you're fighting against everyone else that also needs to do the event, so it's just a luck of the draw, I guess. Right, let's go and do some Borg.
Everybody's hot and heavy on it, right, when it first comes out. But you, like I said, you only need to do 3 or 4 of them, so you got plenty of time.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. I'm not in a huge rush, to be fair. I mean, my dailies is virtually done. I just need to get 15 more points, which I'll get when I do this 4-hour chest. So I'm not really bothered about them. I'm not claiming anything to do with Klingons at the moment, so they're completely useless to me. I could go and do swarms, but first we are going to do Borg because we are going to get some more credits towards the Romulans because we are completely out. I finally upgraded Spock as well. He's fully upgraded now, or fully leveled up, should I say. The only thing, or fully, or tiered up, would it be classed as? He's fully tiered up, but I haven't leveled him all the way to level 30 yet because I'm waiting for a domination event to do that. So, do you have any epic tokens? I do not know. Let's have a look. Are they in this one? Yes, they are. No, they're not. They're in this one. Let's have a look. Any epic tokens? Eclipse. I have a lot of epic normal ones. And a lot of rare normal ones as well. Epic Eclipse. Where are you? I do. I could run one of them. Yes. Uncommons I could run as well. Blah, blah, blah. Where's the rare ones? Oh, rare. Yeah, I don't have any rares, but I do have uncommons, so I could run on some uncommons myself, and I could run the one epic as well myself. So that'd actually be quite handy. Let's see if I can get in. If I'm not in this one, then let's run this epic one, if possible. Right, here we go. Oh, I can run 2 of these as well, which is actually ideal. Let's move up to there, because apparently we're too far away to run it. Right. Did I read that wrong, or did it say we couldn't do that? Was it just too far away from doing it? Was that what it was? Or did I read them?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you might have.
Let's get a bit close. Let's get a bit closer.
Get there and then launch them.
Yeah. Well, head up now. It's only a minute away, so we'll head up and then we'll run that, and then yeah, it should be good. Did I get involved in that last one? It looks like I did. Yeah, I did. Good. At least that's one. I can run 2 of these epics if needed as well to pass the event, so that's not too bad. Because it's not like I can take it out anyway, so they're just wasted credits anyway. Because I don't even need epic armadas at the moment. Short on direct. Was I short? I thought I said I had like 500. Did I read that wrong? Was I reading credits? Oh, I was reading credits, that's why. I am short, yeah. Never mind. Uncommons it is then. Alright, let's go back to that system then. What a waste of time that was. I was going to say. What a waste of time. I hate but that's the problem with all the credits and directives, and they all look so fucking similar to each other. It's so easy to do what I've just done and completely confuse yourself by thinking it was one or the other. I mean, I don't know why, like, the icons are so similar. Like, they need to change the icon for them, so it makes it just a lot easier to read and understand. Other than that, I think we might go and run some normal armadas if we can even find them. The problem, I don't know if anyone else has run into this problem recently, where you literally have 4 systems where you can go and do like rare or epic armadas of level 35 roughly level 35 armadas, and they spawn like every 12 hours. And you can never get them because obviously every single person on your server is also trying to do them. So they end up being a pain in the arse. You can just never be able to run them. I don't know if anyone else has run into that.
Language on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I think I can say that. I think I can say pain in the arse. I think, yeah.
Because I think you mentioned.
Yeah. No.
To watch her language.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Be a butthead.
No.
Like your videos, I want to continue.
No, I think it's fine to say stuff. I think that one is definitely what you would class as PG. I think maybe some of the other, if you're going into like a bit more swear wordy, that's definitely a no. But I think that one's okay. I hope so. We'll find out if the video gets blocked or not.
I mean, what do they do? Do they have a machine that monitors what the language is yet? I don't even know how they. I know they don't watch every video.
Yeah, basically they got a machine that. Well, it's just a computer, isn't it? Yes, please. Yeah, they just have a machine, a computer, a bot essentially. It's just a bot that it basically goes through, and then it'll just come up with obviously it'll just filter through your video and see whether you've done any of the languages or certain languages and stuff or whatever, and then and it'll just filter. Essentially, just ban it or send it to a person to monitor. If it goes to a person, they'll look at it and go, actually, no, that's not that bad or whatever, and then you'll be fine. If not, then the video will get basically blocked, essentially, from YouTube, so it won't be able to get uploaded to YouTube, essentially. That's all that really happens, to be honest. Which, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not overly fussed about. It would be nice, obviously, for the video to get uploaded. However, I'm not overly fussed about it all, if I'm honest. But yeah, that's essentially what happens. The reason I don't need to worry about it as such at the moment, though, is because I'm not near. I haven't hit that threshold yet to for YouTube to monetize my channel. So it doesn't matter what videos I put up; they're not earning any money off my videos. So it literally makes no difference to me in that sense. Oh, we've got a rare one here that I'm allowed to join. Hopefully, the problem is I'll probably die. I'm going to go join the rare because I don't need uncommons at the moment. So let's go and join this rare. Hopefully we'll get some.
You get credit as long as so doesn't matter if you blow up or not.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but because I'm only on half health at the moment, I don't want to potentially and then not make it back for the rare one because I'm too far away. So I want to try and.
Yeah.
So I'll just go to do the rare one rather than die on that other one potentially, which is probably definitely going to happen. So let's try and avoid that as much as possible. Right. Let's crack on with this Borg stuff just to try and get these credits in. I really don't care which ones we hit, to be honest. Yeah, as long as one survives, yeah, that's all that matters. However, the rare are definitely more useful than the uncommon armadas, so that's the only reason I want to prioritize doing the rare one over the uncommon one. Like I said, I don't really need the uncommon materials at the moment, and you get them anyway when you do the rares, so kind of like just doing the rares is just so much better and easier to do overall. But yeah, trying to get in them is the hardest part. I haven't gotten summons yet, no. So, do you want me to show you where I'm at with that one? That is doing my head in as well. So we just had all of that arc, and I literally hardly got any things towards it. I'm not too far away from getting it now, but I literally just need to get the next 500, and then we are ready to go. So yeah, just need to get 500 more spore drives, and then we can research the summons. But at the moment, yeah, I'm still don't have it, which is very annoying, as you can imagine. Right, where the hell are you going? Right, get there. This guy here used to be in my when I used to own my own alliance. He used to be in it, and he was less than me. Now he's ahead of me. I do wonder sometimes, like, how the hell this even happens. Probably to do with money, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
However, but yeah, he was like, I was like level 34 and he was like level 30, and then all of a sudden he's like now level 35 with enterprise and everything, and I'm like, I still don't even have the auger. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Literally all of this in the space of like, well, 4 months, 3 or 4 months. It's like, am I doing something wrong? Honest to God, don't get it. Don't understand it at all. But hey ho. Slowly but surely, we will eventually get there, hopefully. I hope. I really do hope.
Yeah, just keep chugging along. I'm like you though. I don't try to come out of my pocket unless I definitely have to, and then it's a small amount, 20s. You know,
Yeah, definitely. Right,
very
let's.
rarely I'll spend.
I am going to get these crystal though, because I do need the crystal, and the trit is always helpful as well. So let's get all 3 of them. Are you going to get the auger before me? Well, hopefully by today. Uh, no money, never stop playing. Fair one, Red. Fair one. Always confuses me. I don't know why people seem to get ahead of me so quickly. Um, yes, so I am. Where am I with the auger? I am 121. I'll hopefully get to 126 today, which means I'll have 24 to go by the end of today. Maybe not on the stream, but certainly by the end of today, I will have 24 blueprints to get to the auger. Oh, well, welcome to the stream, Red, if you're listening, by the way. No wonder you were asking about the rarer modders. You probably heard me saying before. But yeah, how many of you got to go, Simon? I have 24 by the end of today. You probably will end up getting it before me. Everyone seems to get everything before me for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. I just don't know how people can dedicate so much time to the game. Like, unless you're off, obviously, then I completely understand it. But if you're not off, then I don't know how people spend so much time on the game. It's crazy. Sneaking in
Well,
behind
I'm
me.
retired, and that's my. I'm retired. That's the way I can do it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if you're in that type of situation, then yeah, that makes perfect sense. 16 blueprints to go.
Oh, yeah, I gotta do it. I'm a Trekkie.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely. 16 blueprints to go, no packs needed. I agree. No packs are needed. However, it does take forever. I don't think I can do anything else to speed up the process either, to get more credits than I'm doing right now. Um, I'm doing the Borg, I'm doing the dailies. I even, to some extent, spend trit just to get this reputation one finished as well, just to get the extra 200 off that as well. And I'm literally doing everything I can to get as much credits as I can, and it still takes forever. It takes absolutely forever, which is, as you can imagine, highly frustrating. when everyone in your alliance seems to have all of these top level 34 ships now, apart from me. Oh well, slowly but surely. And we've got 8 people watching, which is more than normal, which is good. Hope everyone likes the music in the background as well. I just sort of found it randomly, so hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that either. But we'll see. They're not, like I say, they're not going to earn anything off copyrighting my video anyway, so it doesn't make a difference to me. But hopefully I don't get copyright claimed for any of these tunes in the background.
Sounded good to me.
Yeah, just a bit of background. So I don't even know if you can hear it or not. Might not hear any of them, to be honest, but they are there. I can hear them. I might need to turn them up a little. What we can do. Do that. And then see if we can turn the music up slightly. Just adds a bit of background music instead of it being completely silent. Okay, right, Stella. One more if we can get another armada done, and then we'll just die on it, which is fine by me. Don't make me get a jellyfish before you get the auger. Oh god, well slow down, Patrick. Jesus. How many have you got to get before you get all the blueprints? It's not my fault. I'm doing as much as I can to get credits. I blame Scopely for not giving us enough credits. Just because I don't want to buy them doesn't mean I'm not doing everything I can. Oh god. Yeah, so that's what I blame. I blame 21 needed. So you already need less than me. That'll be your second. Well, slow down. That's all I'm saying. Do you want to donate one? You know what I mean? When you get that one, do you want to donate it to me? That'd be handy. I'm not going to lie. Or do you want to just trade in, you know, trade them in? Because you don't really need a second one. Do you want to trade that in and give me the rest of my blueprints I need for the auger? That would be nice as well. That would be quite handy. You definitely don't need 2 though. Or some people that I've seen have 3. You don't need 3. You don't need 3 jellyfish or 2 jellyfish. One's definitely enough. Once you get it, just move on to the next ship. Go and get your Kelvin or your Valdors or whatever else is next. Or whatever that Klingon ship's called, the K1. Whatever the hell that's called. Well, at least you would definitely. If you're saying you wish you could, at least the gestures there saying you would do it if you could, which is nice of you. So thank you very much. If there was an option, oh god. At least you have more than me. I need 109 needed for my auger. But I'm going to the D4. It's actually a nice ship, to be fair. You don't need 180. You only need 150. I believe. Am I reading this wrong? No, yeah, you only need 150 blueprints to get your auger or your D4. Yeah, D4, you only need 150. I'm halfway to that as well, to be fair. 90 blueprints from the... Wow. Yeah, that's the one, Simon. Katinga. I just think it's a bit of a shame that the Klingon ships aren't as powerful as the other nations. I don't think they are anyway. I think the other factions are definitely overall have more powerful ships, I would say. Which is a bit of a shame because the Klingons are meant to be a war race, thriving off that type of stuff. So it is a bit of a shame, but can't get them all, I guess. Tell you what I could do with getting some messages as well. But it's trying to find them, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. Yeah, you only need 150. It's because you need 180,000 credits, which is probably why you think 180. Because 150 blueprints works out at 180,000 credits. Obviously, because each one's worth 1,200 each. So it works out 180,000, I believe. So that's probably where you're getting 180 from. But yeah, it's only 150 blueprints though. So yeah, you're probably closer than you think now. You only need 149 blueprints now. So you've jumped 30 blueprints straight away. Yeah, to be fair, I've quite missed playing the game, to be honest. The game, I haven't been able, obviously, as everyone knows, with me being away, I haven't obviously been able to play it as much as I would like to. All I've been able to do every day is pretty much just do whatever the arc was, and then do whatever the dailies were. And even some days, I haven't even been able to complete the dailies. I've been that busy. But yeah, so I've just tried to finish at least the arcs of the day. So I managed to complete the last arc as well, luckily, which is handy. So hopefully I can play a little bit more this week, and then I'll be going back to work again on Monday next week, till the end of the month supposedly, and then that should be me done. In May onwards, that will be me done as far as I'm aware. Michael, D4 is good for PvP. It is. I agree. It is good. And it's obviously one of the quicker ships as well. Because it's an interceptor, so it is handy. I just think overall, the Augur / Enterprise are the better ships to go for if you're going to get an epic ship. Like I say, that's just completely my opinion. And you obviously go do your own research. Get everything you need to do to go for whatever ship you're going for, but in my opinion, I think the Enterprise and the Augur are overall better ships. How do I think the arc was overall? I haven't reviewed it yet, no. Today's video was just about the roadmap. I will be doing a review video in the coming days. However, I will give you a brief overview now of what basically is going to be in the video in the coming days. The arc itself overall was no different to any other arc that we've had, or especially the TOS one we had beforehand. So it wasn't really any different to the last arc, I wouldn't have said. I do think they need to roll out the ticket event with that they integrate within the arcs. I think they need to roll them out a little bit better due to the nature of them. Obviously, because you've got to hit certain milestones, and which is fine. That makes perfect sense to hit milestones and stuff as part of it. The only problem is they're not generic across the board. So some events are definitely harder to get than others, which is wrong. They should all be just as equally as easy / hard to obtain. And to be honest, I think they should be really easy to obtain because you don't actually get that much resources from them. If you got like stupidly good resources from them, I can understand why they'd be a little bit more difficult to get. But that's pretty much my thought on the ticket event. It's a very good concept. I just don't think they've done it as best as they could have done it overall. In terms of the other stuff, everything else, to be honest, I mean, there's not much to say about the TOS. The missions were very good as usual. There was a lot of storyline in them. There was a lot of sort of background to them as well, which again I always like. I always enjoy reading them. I try not to do. I used to do them on streams, but it just got to the point where they just take far too long. So I'd start reading them on my own now, skim through them and stuff like that, and get through the missions as quick as I can. Well, a few days after everyone else has cluttered all the systems up. So I always try and do it a few days after. I am only for this week, Walker, unfortunately. I am only back for this week, and then I will be gone again for another, well, until the end of April. So hopefully we will be doing another stream this week, Walker. I'm not sure when that's going to be as of yet. Probably be tomorrow, maybe Friday. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. I enjoy my videos as well. So yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, so the arc itself, I don't think there was any difference from this arc to any previous arcs. But AV streaming, cheers all. Shardy Roddy. Getting Alliance members on now, which is kind of weird. Very weird. But yeah, so I've got nothing bad / overly positive to say about the last arc. It was very generic. The thing I think was missing the only good things that, well, I will give them some praise. Good things that came out of the last arc were definitely the customization, the obviously the projectile customization, the skin customization. They're things that I definitely want to see in the future on more ships and more variations of them. Another way of getting around what I've been saying as well, which is add more ships, is what they could do if there is the Enterprise, for example. If it's the current Enterprise, then you've got the TOS version of it. And then what I think they should add is because I don't think they're going to ever add it to the game, but what they could add into the game instead is a reskin of the Enterprise into making it look like the Galaxy class. And then that's as far as they can go with the level 34 variant. And then when you get to the or even the Ambassador class, should I say, Ambassador / Galaxy class, and then when you get to the level 50 or whatever level, I think it's level 50, Enterprise A, when you get to that variant, then have a reskin of that as well, to be able to look like the Sovereign class potentially, or one of the other varieties of Enterprise, which would alleviate them having to add more ships into the game to try and fit the balance of the game, because all they need to do is just reskin them and make it look like that ship, rather than, because what I think they've done with the TOS variant of the Enterprise is really, really good, and I actually really do enjoy seeing people have them. And obviously in the future then I would like to obviously obtain it myself, potentially, but the Augurs first. I haven't actually seen anyone with the Bird of Prey yet, which is kind of surprising. I think everyone likes the Augurs shape far too much. I think the Bird of Prey looks very cool because obviously it's throwback as well. But I think everyone likes the general look of the Augur overall. I think, which is why I don't think I see many of them. Oh yeah, man, Galaxy class, can't wait. I just hope it's not going to be. Well, that's the thing. That's what I mean. Like, if they do a reskin of the Enterprises, which is pretty much what it seems like they're going to be doing in the future potentially, I'd like them to potentially go up to. The only thing is maybe go up to the, like I say, go up to the Galaxy class potentially, or the Ambassador class with the level 34 Enterprise, and then the level 50 Enterprise, make it so it can be either look like obviously the generic Enterprise, or make it look like the Sovereign class, or something on the lines of that anyway, as a reskin. Because like I say, you don't need to add the physical ship into the game then, which is exactly what we're looking for. Because obviously I'm calling for more ships to be added to the game anyway, which I do believe there should be more ships, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the Galaxy class, because the problem with adding ships like that into the game is they're actually more powerful than all the ships in the game, even up to level 50. Because the Galaxy class, for example, is obviously a later modeled ship, and the level 50 Enterprise is actually, technically speaking, not as powerful as the Galaxy class. So the question is, how would they add it into the game instead of, if they only want to stop at level 50, the only way to add that type of ship into the game would be to expand the ship levels to level, say, 60 or level 70, and then add obviously even more higher class level ships like the Galaxy, like the Sovereign, like, you know, and all the other variety or variants in between that. Because obviously you're going to have the Ambassador after level 51. You're going to then have to go into the Galaxy. You're going to have to then go into whatever comes after that one, and then the Sovereign, which will be the last variant of the Enterprise, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong on that, but as far as I'm aware, the easiest way to do it is just do the reskins. I'd like them to see them add different colours as well in future for the projectiles. The colours they've got now are perfectly fine, and they do look good. They do enhance the look of the ships for sure, but I would like them to definitely add more variety of colour, because at the end of the day, there's a plethora of colours out there, and I think they could definitely add all them colours into the game, no problem, I would have thought. So hopefully they do, and we'll basically see what happens. But I'm hopeful for the future. We went for the Bird of Prey. Cool. I think it looks pretty cool. I do think it looks pretty cool, the Bird of Prey. It's a little throwback, isn't it? Little throwback. Right, where's these armadas? Are any getting run? We'll just hang around. See what happens. But yeah, I think they are pretty cool overall. Let's have a, you know what? Let's let me get some up. Let's have a little quick look at them. So I mean, we got the obviously these. So we got the Bird of Prey skin for the Augur. You got the D7 skin for the D4. Obviously Bortus. Well, it should be a Bortus, but the D4 obviously it's for the D4 because they're obviously for all the level 34 ships. I don't know why they've D7 even though that's the Bortus, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, exactly. You have a battleship coming at you, which is like, yeah, that one doesn't make any sense, because they should have just done the level 28 ship and just left it at the Bortus and just reskin the Bortus. Because there's no reason why they couldn't have reskinned the Bortus. Because the thing with the D4 is not in the originals. The D4 is obviously the later films, the more modern films, because you see the D4 in the film when they obviously. So yeah, that one doesn't make much sense. Bird of Prey makes perfect sense. However, I do believe this is not the Augur, because the Augur is a real ship. I'm pretty sure the Bird of Prey is actually simulating, or this variant of the Bird of Prey is actually simulating the Gladius. Is that what it's called? Level 32 ship, Gladius. I think that's what it's simulating. Obviously, the Enterprise is simulating the Enterprise for obvious reasons. And then you got obviously the USS Constellation skin for the ISS Jelly, which again doesn't really make much sense. They could have just added this to the Enterprise as a more rare skin to have for the Enterprise instead of the Jelly. It doesn't really make much sense, if I'm honest. I don't. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense, to be fair. They should, like I say, they could have just skinned another one for the Enterprise, and could have been the USS Constellation. Could have been just two different skins for the same ship, but whatever. They obviously have their thinking. So at the moment we've got... Oh, we got that as well. Oh, unlock that then. There we go. So we've got both of them too at the moment. We're just waiting to get the Ionic Disruptors. We have got Phantom Pulse and Fusion Beam now. So to that end, actually, let's have a look. Well, we can... I'm going to leave the Phantom Pulse on that. And then, do we have... We do. Good. Right. Go to you. And you are going to get my Fusion Beam. Cool. That just adds a little bit of something different. I don't want all the ships to look the same. Otherwise, that would be a little bit boring. That would be extremely boring. So yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, I can imagine it does on the Augur, especially obviously considering its color scheme as well. It makes perfect sense for its color scheme as well, which is good. Obviously, green. I think we spoke about this on the last stream, which was, I know, was quite a while ago now. But obviously, green simulating the blood of the Romulans. So that's why everything. That's why all their ships are green. That's why they're lasers or photons and whatever else, beams. That's why they're green as well. Mainly is because, like I say, it simulates their blood. Thanks, Night Fury. Oh god, it's the first time I've seen any of my alliance on my stream, which is kind of bizarre. Put the beam on the Vidar once it looks. So you do. I will do that. Let me send it back. I'll redo it, and then we will. Well, I'll read whatever, and then we'll send it back out and see what it looks like. Right, since we've been streaming for an hour, what we're going to do is we're going to go on to a... That's just an insanely quiet song. Yeah. We're going to do a few minute break. So it'll be like a 2-minute break. So I will be back. Go and stretch your legs. Go and look at something else other than the screen. Go to the toilet. Go and get a drink. Do whatever you need to do. I will give you 2 minutes. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Right, I know it wasn't quite 2 minutes enough.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was like, I don't think it was 2, but okay.
Yeah, definitely wasn't 2 minutes, but oh well, it was close enough. Could say that. Right. I'll give everyone 2 minutes though. I'll give everyone 2 minutes though. It's going to take me a few minutes to get back to this state, this system anyway, so it's not.
So you're gonna have a nice ham for Easter at your place? Are you going somewhere to have Easter meal or just
No, no. So I'm driving back down to work on Easter Sunday.
oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
will the military serve you guys a little something extra special?
I no, I very much doubt it. But yeah, no, we'll be. I'll be driving to the vaccination center to do some more of that on Sunday night. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I'll be. I don't think the army is going to do, or the military is going to do anything to do with that. I wouldn't
Well,
imagine.
you can still have your dinner just early, you know. At your place or
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. So I think, yeah, I'm going to be eating with Mrs. first, and then once I've eaten with her, yeah, we'll be heading. I'll be leaving and then heading back to do some more of the jabbing of the peoples. Oh, stop! I don't care if I wasted it. Where was you like a minute ago? Oh God, get back! Yes, get back! No, we're gonna put it on. We are putting it on, the Gondolin. We are doing it. You can get back. I'll just waste the bloody the thing, but it is important. It really is. We've said it now, so we need to do it. He can head back and he can swap his stupid laser beams out. Because it makes perfect sense considering the Vidar is half Romulan. So yeah.
yeah, I didn't switch mine on
Yeah.
the Vidar or the Stella, but I put the green on my Sally. What other ship? Oh, my Franklin.
Yeah, I put the blue ones, the blue projectiles on my Franklin, not Franklin, my Sally, because obviously makes perfect sense. And then I think everything else, well, I think all my Romulan stuff is definitely going to be using these green beams now, for sure, because I think I think it'll look pretty cool, especially going with the green theme of the faction, which will look pretty good.
True. I started out with the blue torpedoes on the Sally, but you could barely see them, so I was like, yeah, just throw the green beam.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Accent it.
It's not hugely obvious. Yeah, it's
No,
definitely not hugely
they should
obvious,
have
but
done better.
yeah, I think it's overall it's not too bad though. They're just not they're just not hugely obvious. Right, what are you running? Oh, I've just been there. Literally just been to the down and down systems. Never mind. Right, let's go and see what this Vidar looks like when it gets there in 2 minutes. I've literally all I've been focused on the last couple of weeks with regards to research is just trying to speed my ships up to get from place to place, because it's insane. It's still just so slow. So slow. I mean, if you look at this, it takes 2 minutes and whatever seconds that was. And I'm literally there. I'm stationed right there. It still takes 2 minutes just to get here. It's so slow. I just wish things were just quicker in this game in terms of the transit time. I know they can be with regards to obviously the spore jumping and stuff, or the summoning ability. The problem is it costs a fortune to summon anything, and obviously you just run out eventually. So there is that as well, which doesn't help. You are gonna get you, and then I'm gonna have to try and send you back. Let me see what my daily. Have we done it, or do we need more? We don't need more. We need substantially more. We're only just over halfway. Okay. Right, let's head back down and see if we can join in. So where the hell am I going? Over here. There we go. Right, let's head back over there. Thanks, Night Fury. Right, let's head back down there. You get over there. Right, let's go and try out these green laser beams then, Gondolin. Let's see what this looks like. Let's zoom in as if we can. Oh, someone was asking as well. How do I zoom in? It's just the arrow keys, so it's forward and back on the arrow. That looks much better, doesn't it? Much better. I still think it's a bit weird that it's a solid beam forever. I feel like that would be like sort of. I feel like that should be like pulsed beams rather than like just a solid like tractor beam. But yeah, I think a pulsed sort of laser beam would have looked a little bit nicer there. But overall, I think that looks definitely better than it used to. I can actually see what's going on now, which is good. I think as well.
If you remember that episode from? Go ahead.
I was going to say, I wish I know this is a very good aesthetic sort of pleasing or very pleasing thing to have into the game with regards to obviously the coloured laser beams and photon torpedoes. I just wish they'd, I wish they added like bonuses to them. Not in terms of like adds extra damage or anything. I'm not talking about that type of stuff. But like maybe adds like extra loot dropped, or you know, just something like if it's against hostiles, like drop extra loot, or if it's against Borg, drop extra, you know, obviously in this case, obviously the probes drop, obviously the you know, whatever they're called, the nano probes as loot, so it would drop obviously excess of them as well. That would be quite nice. I would have said. It would definitely make or give you more of a reason to have them fitted onto your ships overall than just obviously the standard variant of them. But like I say, it is what it is. It's a very aesthetically pleasing item that they've added. Something to add to the customization tick in the box.
I think you're spot on, but I think they should have reversed it. They should have gave the skins, dropped more loot, like you said, and gave the firepower aesthetics more damage. I mean, that only makes sense.
Yeah,
they've done one,
yeah,
and you know what I'm saying.
No, yeah, yeah, that does make more sense. But I think because the projectile colors are more accessible to everybody due to the nature of obviously you can fit them to any ship, and it doesn't actually take a huge amount to unlock them, or certain ones of them anyway. Whereas obviously if you go to the skins, for example, obviously not everyone's going to be able to get them skins because they're a lot harder to obtain, and obviously not everyone has them ships as well, again because obviously they're where they're located within obviously the shipyards, being level 34, that's quite high up. So I feel like if they added the damage to the projectile colors, I guess, as you would call them, I guess, they would have made the projectiles a hell of a lot harder to obtain than they have done so far. So I just feel like if they just added like an easy just little bonus, just an easy little bonus, that would have been quite nice to coincide with them.
Yeah, they're inconsistent. Do one for one thing and not for the other.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
yeah, I don't know why they added an ability to the skins, but then didn't add an ability to the weapon effects. That doesn't make any sense to me, but obviously they must have presumably talked about it. But who knows? Who knows what they talk about? Because I certainly don't. Uh, yeah,
What they ought to do is they ought to ask the players more about what should be in there and all before they start making decisions. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
Their
yeah,
ideas, our feedback before they do something. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think so. I think if they were, I know they are relatively communicative, I guess, with obviously the vast majority of the community on like their server and other people's servers, and going obviously on the podcasts and this, that, and the other. And so they do relatively get around. However, the problem is, I think they do get a lot of ideas that are good, a lot of bad ones as well. But I think they do get a lot of good ideas. I just feel like sometimes they just take all the ideas and then they keep 10% of them and go, yeah, we'll look at them. And the other 90% of the good ideas they just don't listen to or put in the bin. And then out of that 10%, and then they look at the 10%, and then another 10% of that then becomes the ideas they might follow up with. But that's I feel like that's how they sort of scale their how to improve the game by the community's say-so ability. It seems to be very lackluster. Right, head over to that when it decides to want to join it. Hello. Okay, it was already going. Thank you. Right, let's just go for that one as he's coming towards me. I'm only doing this now so I don't have to do it for the next couple of days. Because I hate doing these probes. It's so boring. Just hitting the same bloody thing over and over again. It's extremely boring. I think as well, I don't know about anyone else, but has anyone had any of the Ferengi what are they called? Ferengi traders? Has anyone come across any of them in the last, like, 6 months since they introduced them to the game?
I hunt them in level 26 and on there quite often.
Are they?
I
didn't get several.
Yeah, they spawn there quite often. It seems the higher systems, they don't spawn too often. Like, I hunt in level 30 system, and I didn't see one for months. I sent a ticket in, and then dude said, yeah, they are in there, and then a week later, bam. But, yeah, they don't, yeah. So that was a quinky dink. But yeah. I pick them up all day long in level 26 and 25 systems. That's where I go to get them.
Yeah.
Right away.
Welcome to the chat, by the way, Pat. Just seeing you sneaking in there. You were going to say something.
Yeah,
but...
I'm on the move, so.
Fair one.
Yeah, I'm on the move, so.
Fair one. Yeah, I don't think I've got one for about 6 months. I genuinely don't think I've got one for like 6 months. I'm right now 23 of the Platinum Ferengis from the trader. I'll probably steal them from everyone. Probably do, yeah. I don't think I've had one for about 6 months. To be honest, I don't think they're even needed. I know you can mine in certain systems and stuff like that, and obviously the Latinum 9s, but they've increased the Latinum so much, but with obviously the normal nodes. Obviously, if you have the research and stuff, I don't feel like they're even needed anymore for like that type of stuff. Because Latinums now is just mined so quickly compared to what it used to be mined at. I don't think it's really an issue. And they spawn every 4 hours. Well, I must be within like not that 4 hours for some reason. Like every single. This is where I keep saying this, and then I'll see one in a minute. So I keep my eyes peeled, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I haven't come across one in so long. I forgot they were even in a game until someone mentioned it the other day, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? That I've not come across.
I don't like that it takes a week before you can use it again because they don't give you the greatest rewards on it. You know what I mean? For cashing in on them.
Yeah, it's a bit. That's a bit bizarre, to be fair. The fact that you you get them and then you cash one in and then it takes you a whole week just to do another one, and you're like, what's the point in that? They don't even give you that much stuff anyway.
Right. Exactly. It's not guaranteed what you're getting. If it's guaranteed what you're getting, okay. You know, if it's giving you good stuff. But it's just random, and most of the time you get more tokens to go to board space. Hello?
Yeah,
Get
100%.
them on a daily anyhow.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Eric, I am using what's this? 7, 8, and 9. With my bottom crew being a mixture between health and attack, I believe. And defense, I haven't really worried about. It's just mainly health and attack mixture. And then I am obviously tier 7, level 35. Just for your information. So yeah. And obviously my... I don't even know what... I wish you could click on these. Like, why can't I just look at his stats when he's on the ship? Like, please make that an ability to do. Let me just look at his stats on the ship. So obviously, I can't remember what level or tier these are as officers, but I'm getting 70% increase there for health, and then I'm getting 55 on that side and 55 on that side for attack and obviously defense. So I'm getting obviously just them overall. Whatever they equate to in terms of their levels, I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look when obviously the ship gets back, but that's what level I am running at the moment. As you can see, I'm like 750,000 strength. Say that again.
You can always go at the officer tab and look at them.
Oh yeah. How stupid of me. Let's do that. I always forget there's like...
got 5 yet?
I always forget there's like little ways you can just get around stuff. Right, where's Borg? Right, so we are 7. Level 10. Level 10, level 10. There you go, that's all they are. They are only tier 2, level 10 for all 3 of them. Because for some reason they're like the hardest shards in the world to get hold of. I have no idea why. I really don't know why. Let's just get rid of that new sign there. I'll tell you who I find extremely hard to get hold of when it's like a beginning character and I have literally no idea why it's as hard as it is. But Chen. Like, her shards just never drop for some reason. Not for me, anyway. I only need to get this last bit and then she'll be maxed out as well. I am level 33 with a max for dart using 7, 5, and 9. I hit level 30s with fill cargo. You need to use 5 to get more 9s per hit. I agree. I will be using 5. However, she's currently doing some armadas for me because she has a very good ability as an officer or as a commander. So that's the only reason I'm using her. However, I do, normally speaking, I would run 5 and the other 2 as well. Where is level 31? That's what we want. Let's run that. At least I'm guaranteed to be in this one. It's my own one, so. You can get her with lat. I have got 5 or 10. That is definitely. I am right in saying that. Yeah, that's her. Yeah. It's because of this. Because of this ability, it's just insanely powerful. Captain ability. I know the secondary ability would help the drop rate as well. I do understand that mechanic as well. But for the time being, I'm just running 7, 8, and 9. It doesn't make that much of a difference. I don't need a huge amount of nanoprobes anyway. I've already done one run, and I only do one pull a day in terms of my refinery. So I only do 1 chest of them a day. I don't do the 2 chests because that's just a waste, a massive waste. So I only do the 1 chest a day anyway. So I've done my pull today. I've got 39 nearly, and then I've got another 50 odd here. I only need 55 anyway to do a chest. So I'll just go until this one dies, and then that'll pretty much be me done for that. Well, for probes, should I say, for at least the next 2 days anyway, without me having to pull them myself or go and fight any more myself, should I say. There's one more. Right, what do I need? Oh god, wrong one. Go away. This one. Right, we need 1,900. I'm doing a level 31. That's another 800, so I need to go and do at least 2/3 of them, which is fine. That should be fine because I've got enough to do all them, which is good. I'll just do the uncommons myself. Not a big deal. And do you get it with lat? Have they changed it? When you say you get it with lat, do you mean like you just buy her? Is that what you mean by that? Because if that's not what you mean, then I completely do not understand where you're going with the 5 or 10 when you say get her with lat. If you mean buy her, I don't even know if you can buy her, to be honest. Pretty sure you can't buy her from a store.
Oh, it's not like a 5-year-old, but I think you can get some common codes from the officer cap for Latin. I think he's talking about Chen on that 5 or 10.
Oh, Chen. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense then. I was going to say, you definitely can't buy 5 or 10. I'm pretty sure you can't. Where can we...
Yeah,
Let me spread a rumor.
Sounding like this. I am only 14.
Oh, yeah, no worries. No worries.
Let me spread a rumor. I hear Jayla is about to drop.
Jayla's about to drop. Well, if she does drop, then that'll be, I would say, probably just as huge as when Harrison dropped. Because there's still a lot of people that don't have her. And there's a lot of people that obviously would like her. Oh, buy the blue credit. Okay, yeah.
So we don't know what her abilities will be.
Well, we know her.
That was one of the 2 hints.
Go away. Not you. You. Go. Thank you. So, there's still loads of officers that I don't even have. Still so many now I don't have. They're just adding more officers that I can't get. So, yeah, her abilities are completely who knows. It seems it's just a random, such a crazy. I mean, I only have 25 shards of her. It's just a crazy officer. Like, Why add an officer into the game that you just can't get? I really don't understand. Unless it's for special events like the Harrison ones, for example. But then only the people that, well, the people that I know that spend time on the game, or alternatively spent money on the game, because they're the only two people that, you know, basically ended up with them. Either spend loads of time doing everything you possibly can do, or just buy it, essentially. It would make sense, though, if she was related to Swarms, because every mission I've got any of her shards has been related to doing Swarm missions, so it would make perfect sense. And obviously with her in the film, the latest film, obviously film number 3, again, relating to the Swarms would make, again, perfect sense. Especially if her ability was with regards to the Franklin as well. So she had one of her abilities was to enhance the Franklin more, which again would make sense because that's where she was living. So that would make perfect sense, but who knows? Until we unlock it completely, who the hell knows? Who knows? Does anyone even have Jayla? Or is it like a mystery that no one's ever been able to get hold of her? I wonder.
As far as I can tell, it's a mystery.
Yeah. Just seems a bit weird. I know they obviously strategically planned when they release certain officers and why they release them in the manner they do and stuff. It just doesn't make any sense to add an officer to a game and then just not allow people to obtain them. It's like they thought, oh, people know this character, so we'll add her. Then realize, oh crap, what's her abilities going to be? We don't know. And then they go, right, well, let's not let them get her until we figure out what abilities she's going to have. And you're like, oh, right, okay. That's pretty much.
At this point, her on the Franklin would be useless for me.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If it was a Franklin ability, which probably makes more sense than any other ability, I would have said, just due to the nature of where she fits into the films and stuff. But the problem is, it's people that have now got Max Franklins and they're past the Franklin phase and stuff like that. Like, it really would make no sense. And the fact that they've made the Franklin now so much easier to obtain parts and upgrade because of obviously the researches and stuff that you can do for the Franklin now. It's just so much more accessible now to people, I would say. And if you haven't done the Franklin, just out of curiosity, if anyone out there hasn't done the Franklin, I would 100% recommend doing it. That was something I put off for a very long time, and what a massive mistake that was.
Yeah, I'm sporting 2 of them, just in case they got an event.
Yeah,
which they haven't had a Swarm event in forever, so
I guess you can get through your Swarm Sundays pretty quick, though. I guess.
Yeah, but I had 2 just for event purposes because I used to do them from time to time, and now they don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like the Borg. They introduced the Borg, obviously, a few arcs back. When I say a few arcs, I mean like last year. But like, we had 3 Borg arcs, and then we've now got a whole dedicated region of the map, or the universe, should I say, dedicated to Borg probes or cubes and stuff, and it's just there, stagnated. What they should have done, which I think should be actually something that they could do, if they're not running an event specifically for that region, keep it in use. Just change the rewards out of the armadas in them just change them to nano probes as the reward. You know, instead of giving people an option to not have to hunt these stupid tactical probes for like hours at a time, Just give people the option to go and smash a massive armada and get, 20, 30,000 nanoprobes in one hit. Instead of having, like I say, instead of having to hit these bloody little tiny probes. And then at least that's part of the universe, part of the galaxy, should I say. At least that's then getting used still, and it's not just there stagnated, waiting for the next event that's ever going to use it. Because who knows whenever it's going to use it.
That's gonna happen to the worms.
Yeah, they were talking about the other moderators were talking about it, and they were saying the same thing. The rewards were way too low, and so yeah, and they boosted them up just like they're gonna do with the worms. And the worm armadas didn't give you nothing either. So
Yeah, exactly. The worms that they've brought out are just going to turn into another Borg space where, to be honest, they'll just fade into people not touching it for forever, basically. That's essentially what it's going to fade into, which is a shame because there's so many things you could do with it just to add a little bit more, to the game dynamics. Just like I say, you could just add nanoprobes as the reward. Just make the rewards really fucking good. Excuse my language.
yeah,
just make the.
That's
what I mean.
Also a rumor that there is a rumor going around from the other content creators that the next event should be will probably be the Borg. They ain't saying for sure, but they've been hinting. So
is that the content creators that are affiliated with Scopely?
Rev ain't. I mean, he does talk to some of them, but he's not in thick with them anymore. But he does have a couple he talks to. And then there's DJ. He's he's good to go with them. And then no one.
Yeah.
Shao, he's good with them. So, but they've been dropping hints. So.
Yeah, which means if they're dropping hints, then they must have heard something, I would imagine. Obviously, I don't get the session as some of them content contributors just because I'm not as big as them, obviously. So I don't get the same hints as them. But if they're saying something that is in the waters potentially, then I would definitely go off that, saying that the most likely will be. The next event that I could see happening, because we've had obviously the TOS one now. The next event, rarely you're looking at like next generation type of content, because we've already had Enterprise against the Borg, like the traditional this one. So the next one rarely would be going to next generation, which then obviously would then go forth into Galaxy class skins potentially, which is what we were talking about earlier. Potentially, and then you could add obviously a lot more Borg as well, because obviously you can add more officers in that sense, because you can add obviously Picard and all of his crew, and then you can add on top of that, you can then add more Borg officers, because obviously you've got Picard as a Borg officer, you've got and a few others from obviously Next Generation. So there's definitely stuff that they can flush out. 100%. I would love for them to see to add a faction of Borg to the game. I would love for a faction of Borg to be in the game, and then you'd be able to like own your own like cubes and stuff like that. That would be very interesting. Because you could have like the nano probes, for example. These tactical probes could be like the scout ship, for example. Obviously very weak and flimsy as such, and then you could obviously work your way up to having just bigger and bigger cubes of different varieties, and maybe add different like sort of art styles to them, with their own faction. and obviously they would be run by their own Borg officers. That would be very interesting to have. Because, like I say, there's no reason why they couldn't add that anyway, just due to the nature of we already have the counter for Borg ships, because I'm using it right now. So there's no reason why they couldn't add, like, essentially them ships. They could be really powerful against conventional ships, but we already have the counter to them because, like I say, the Vidar is the counter to Borg ships.
Yep.
So it's already in the game technically. So it's not like they have to rethink of a new ship to try and counter stuff, because, like I say, it's already integrated into the game. But I'd like to see that added. Whether they'll add another faction again on top of then the augment and the obviously the scoundrel, whether they'll add another faction again, I don't think they will, if I'm honest. But it would be nice to see though, or even consider.
It's just the majority of the players have been asking to bring the Borg back, so that's why it's been a topic lately.
It's just down to the fact that we've got a whole part of the galaxy dedicated just to Borg, and yet no one uses it anymore because it was used for that one, or well, 2 arcs, and then that's it. It just seems like such a massive waste of space, which they could utilize by adding, like I said before, they could add change the rewards to nanoprobes or something, innate nanoprobes, or even cubes. Change the reward to cubes. You know what I mean? And just add a couple of 1,000 cubes as part of the rewards or something. It could be anything really, or add the rewards as independent credits. I don't know. Maybe am I going a bit wild now?
No, or like those elusive Ferengi ships that are in Borg territory. Throw some of that out there too, with an armada.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot they could add.
Possibility.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that they could definitely add. It's just a matter of time, I think. I think this stuff might come around eventually. I think mainly is a matter of time. 10 days to 34, from then on to 35, then stop and catch up. Cannot wait for the second research slot. Yeah, so I've seen the second research slot. I don't know what I did a video on it today. The second research slot with regards to the roadmap. I did a video on today, so I do implore you to go check that out. Where I talk about the whole roadmap situation and obviously my current situation in the game and stuff as well. But the problem that I see with the second research slot is they're gonna add it to the game just like they've added the second building slot. The problem with the second building slot, that the biggest issue that I have with it is just a buying feature. It is literally a pay to get feature, which, to be honest, I disagree with. They should have an ability to be able to research it if you want to. Make it just a higher research level, but there should be a researchable thing, and you don't have to just buy it. Granted, I do know it's only £5 or £4.59 in my case. I get that. However, that's £4.59 that I don't want to spend on the game. So you got to look at it in that sense. Yes, it is cheap. However, I believe you shouldn't have to buy it to get the accessibility of it. Should be a researchable thing. And if you wanted it earlier, you can buy it if you wanted to. That's what it should have been. But it's not. And I
agree with you, because once they start that and people accept it, then they'll just keep doing it to other things.
Precisely, which is exactly what we don't want them to do. We want them to, by all means, add that feature as a buyable feature for people that want to purchase it instantly, or alternatively, make it a researchable thing that has to be researched. It just takes you however many research, whatever, to be able to obtain it, but you can obtain it for free. It just takes a hell of a lot longer to do so. Or not a hell of a lot longer, but it takes you longer to do it than just buying it. Or resources to purchase it or whatever else. That's what I feel like they should
I
do.
wish they would have did that with the skins.
With the what, sorry?
I was saying I wish they'd have did that with the skins as well, instead of having this big auction, and that's technically the only way you could have got them. And
Yeah,
yeah, people on my server. Woohoo!
yeah, we were talking.
Brands on just skins.
Yeah, we were talking about the skins and that earlier, and the projectiles that they added into the game. And I think they're a really good add to the game, and because there's a lot of things they can expand that off and into. Like I was saying earlier, you can add obviously different skins of future ships into the game as well. Like they're just reskin instead of physically adding the ship into the game. But
Yep.
to the problem that, like you say, the problem that you have with it is they're just the skins aren't accessible or very accessible for everybody, which is the biggest problem I find. But like, I mean, if you look in this store, this is just my store, so if you look in this store at the moment, and like obviously everyone's store slightly varies depending on obviously your level and other characteristics as well. But like, there's just so much stuff in here that's like, one, redonkulously expensive, and secondly, it's a load of crap. Half of the stuff in here is pretty much crap. It doesn't really do a lot for you though. That's the problem that I have with it. It costs an absolute fortune to buy, and none of it really does a huge amount for you overall. It might add one aspect to the game, but like literally one aspect, but it doesn't like change your game dynamic to the point where you notice it as much, as such. I mean, you can get obviously, for example, whilst we're on the screen, you can get obviously the +1 refinery batches for all free. Yes, they will change your game dynamic in the ability to obviously unlock more chests per pull, which is obviously a good thing because you should be able to pull on average more uncommons and more commons and rares on average. However, that's just one tiny aspect to the whole of this game. And not only that, is what I think they should have done is add the 1 refinery batch for all free in the same pack. If they're going to charge £100 for it, they should add all free to the same pack. But no, they don't. They add them in their own individual packs. And if you wanted all free, you've got to spend the best part of, I know mine's £92, but you've got to spend the best part of basically £300 just to get all 3 of them, which is like, that's just ridiculous amounts of money. That is literally a ridiculous amount of money.
Yep, I agree.
They did the same thing for the ship parts. When you get to level 40 and up, they added that recently.
Oh, right, okay. So,
and I don't know anybody that bought it.
Coakley acts like there isn't a pandemic going. They put out these $100, $50 pack. They're really skinny. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they're just acting like everybody has, no situation financially going on, and they keep throwing out packs that ain't worth buying. So,
Yeah.
I don't know who's buying them, but if they stop, then this would stop. It's just, come on. I don't mind spending a Hondo once in a blue moon, but you better be what I think is my money's worth. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the that's the main thing is, if you are going to spend, which people do, spending money on the game because they feel like they're getting value out of whatever they're buying, which is fine. Obviously, if you think you're getting value out of them packs, then by all means go ahead and spend your money on them packs. Me personally, I don't think it's value for money, which is why I don't spend a huge amount of money on this game, if at all. I remember I was speaking to someone in a video, actually, not so obviously like last month or the month before. I remember speaking to someone in one of the chat boxes in the video that I put up on YouTube, and he was completely right. Scopely we were talking about the battle pass at the time and how I wasn't going to get it this month. Or we were talking about the rare and the epic things we got in the last TOS, you know, when you could exchange them for either the rare or the epic ones. And he was like, he messaged back saying, I love how Scopely have now like sort of brainwashed people into thinking that buying the battle pass is free. Even though obviously he's completely right, it isn't free. You're obviously spending money on getting the battle pass to get obviously the added bonuses or that obviously it gives you. But it sort of dawned on me that I feel like that's pretty much what's happened. Is they've kind of brainwashed us a little bit into when they add these little mini packs into the game, people are more sort of like, oh, I'll get that because one, it's dead cheap and they don't know how long it's going to last, and secondly, especially with the battle passes and the way they do the arcs now, people feel like sort of obligated to buy the battle pass because they're not getting the full rewards that they should be getting probably from the arcs. So people sort of get the battle pass because, you know, at the end of the day, it gives you so much more rewards by having it that it's sort of, you're missing out a little bit if you don't have it. I only buy battle pass and bought the £5 builder, waiting for the 34 to scrap max D3 for some primes. Yeah, definitely. That is 100% the best way to do it. D3 is the best one to scrap as well because you do get 3 different primes with that one as well when you scrap a max one. After the D3, if you have it, if not, don't worry. But if you do have it, the Mayflower is the second best one to have. However, because you've got the D3, the best one to do after the D3 specifically is the Legionary. Because you'll be able to get the 4th, 2 more primes for that one, which will obviously substantially help you out. I'll try and quickly get them up because I think with the D3 you'll be able to get, I believe you'll be able to get this one, Prime Pearson. You'll be able to get, not you, so you'll be able to get Prime Pearson, I believe, and you'll be able to get Prime Research, and you should be able to get the Prime Repair Speed as well. You should be able to get all 3 of them with just the D3, max D3. And then if you had the Legionary as well, depending on obviously the level and stuff, but if you had the Legionary and you scrap that one, you can get the Prime Defenses as well then. Because that's where you get the ore from, primarily. But yeah, D3 is overall the best one to scrap because you do get 3 unlocks with the D3. Prime Officers, yeah, 100% if you can afford, or if you can get Prime Officers, 100% get Prime Officers. It is hands down probably the best Prime you can buy in the game. Overall, anyway. It would definitely be the best one to get in the game. But you could have got Prime Officers anyway for free. Well, not for free, surely. It's not for free because you have to buy it with a battle pass. But you could have exchanged your tokens or your whatever they were that we got given. So let's see if we can find them. So you should have got given the ability to get either epic rare refined gas, or you had an ability to change it to rare refined gas as well. And if you exchanged it to rare refined gas, you could have got Prime Officers with that exchange there and then. Or you could have kept the epic refine and then got the Borg Prime instead, which is what I got because I already had obviously the Prime Officers. So, but yeah, so you could have exchanged it, which is probably the better option. I skipped all of 82 and going straight to the end. I say 4. I got Prime Borg during the arc due to Noah. Yeah, I guess so. You could get it from D3. The only thing now is though you're gonna now spend on getting the D3. Not the D3. You now got to spend getting Prime Officers when you could have technically got Prime Officers and 3 of the other Primes, which all 4 of them combined is better than the Borg one. So it's the way it's how you sort of min-max it. I would have said them 4 would have been better to get than getting the Borg one. However, obviously it's completely your decision, but if you got the Borg one, then yeah, you'll be able to still get free most likely, but it just won't be most likely the repair speed or something on the lines of that. If you are going to drop any of them, make sure you drop the repair speed, because you want the cost to be as low as possible, not the speed. Don't worry about the speed, because you'll get an insane amount of, obviously, repair speeds anyway, or speed ups anyway, so just make sure you focus on getting the prime officers, the building one, whatever one that was I showed, and then your resource amount for ships as well. You need that to be as low as possible as well, because that's a okay one as well. Right. Well, that has been nearly 2 hours, but the Borg gives more faction credits, and that is positive for us. I agree, it does give more faction credits. However, you would have got prime officers overall is a more lasting longer term thing, and especially considering you use officers all the time as well. But I agree. Don't say I'm not disagreeing with regards to the Borg Prime. It was a good and useful one to have. I utilize it now as well. It is a very, very useful one to have. But it is what it is. However, that is going to conclude this stream. It has been 2 hours. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Hopefully everyone's had a good stream. I will see everyone in the next couple of days once again. We will be back on, obviously, YouTube once again in the next couple of days with the next stream. I will let everyone know on Discord, so if you're not already, then don't forget to go and join Discord. I do implore everyone to try and head over there. But yeah, other than that, thanks for joining me. I will post the Discord link in the chat right now, if I can. I don't know if that appeared. Hopefully it did. No, apparently not. Apparently it doesn't work for some reason, because Streamlabs is Streamlabs, I guess. Absolute whatever. Streamlabs is being Streamlabs for some reason, but yeah, sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, it's on any of my videos anyway. If you don't know my Discord link, it is on any of the videos that I post on YouTube, so just head over to any of the videos on YouTube. Oh, there it is, finally come up. So yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone, and I will see everyone next time. Bye bye for now.